I'm interested in one of the things that, it's on the second page of your book, but not that far. So, if Jesus has a context, and it just totally blows someone's mind to find out he was Jewish, and but you have a context too, so I'm interested in kind of your relationship with Jesus and coming to faith in high school, it being kind of deconstructed and reformed as you become an academic, and then how did your relationship with Jesus change in your own biography as you became a Muslim, and how did that play out? How did that relationship that led to this book?
I was born in Iran to, you know, a culturally Muslim family, the way so many other people have their faith. I mean, I think the one thing that you learn when you study religions right away is that religion is far more a matter of identity than it is a matter of beliefs and practices. And our identity was Muslim, but, you know, I don't ever remember going to a mosque. I don't really, I mean, yeah, we celebrated holidays and things like that. When we left in '79 after the Iranian Revolution and settled in the US, this was not a good time to be either Muslim or Iranian. You guys, what are you, like 12? So there was this thing called the Iranian hostage crisis in the 1980s. Anyway, long story. The point is that
Reagan fixed that?
And Reagan fixed it, exactly. As he fixed everything.
Praise the Lord.
Yes. And so, you know, I spent a good part of the 80s just kind of hiding, you know, hiding my culture, hiding my religion, wiping it clear. I mean, I spent, like, from 1980 to 1984 as a Mexican, basically. I kind of look Mexican. I learned how to break dance.
You had an accent?
Yeah, un poquito. And so, you know, I kind of grew up without any kind of real religious instruction, though I've always been a deeply spiritual kid, really interested in religions. I mean, I think honestly my childhood images of revolutionary Iran seared in my mind the power that religion has to transform a society for good or bad. This was, you know, something that I've never forgotten. When I was 15, I started going to something called Young Life. And went to Woodleaf, a Young Life camp, and heard the gospel story for the first time, and just, I mean, it blew my mind. I had what can only be described as an encounter with Christ, and what I was searching for, a way to express this deep longing for spirituality suddenly came home to me. Spent the next 4 or 5 years as a Young Life leader and going around, you know, just spreading this message to everyone I met, people who wanted to hear it, people who did not want to hear it. And then when I went to college, I went to a Jesuit university, Santa Clara University, and began to study the Bible in an academic environment. I noticed this chasm, if you will, between the Jesus of history, this man who lived 2,000 years ago in a specific time and place, and the Christ of faith that I had learned about in church. And the only way that I can describe it is that this guy, the Jesus of history, became more real to me, more understandable, more relatable to me. And the more relatable he became, the more distance I felt from the Christ of faith. And then, yeah, so I you know, I mean, I stopped being a Christian. I didn't know how else to put it. I stopped believing in the creed. Continued my studies.
Did you, like, change your Facebook status? Like, it's complicated.
There's no Facebook back then. I know it's hard. I didn't even have email. I know, mind-blowing. And then, sort of the end of this story is that my professors, particularly some of these amazing Jesuits that I studied with, recognizing that, you know, I was feeling sort of spiritually unmoored, said, why don't you, like, look to the faith and practice of your forefathers? Now, I didn't know anything, absolutely anything about Islam, anything about Muhammad. I've never read the Quran before. So I thought, all right, I'll check it out. And the way that I describe it is that it was as though I was being confronted with a language for things that I already believed. Like, I already believed this stuff. I just didn't know there was kind of a name for it. And I had an emotional conversion to Christianity. I had an intellectual conversion to Islam. And I should emphasize, it's very important because, as a scholar of religions, as somebody who studies the religions of the world, it's very hard to take any one religion all that seriously. So when I say that I'm a Muslim, what I mean is that the symbols and metaphors that Islam provides in talking about these ineffable faith experiences, the experience of transcendence, God, humanity, the relationship between creator and creation, the symbols that it uses to describe those things make more sense to me than symbols that other religions do. I don't think Islam is correct and Christianity is incorrect. I don't think Islam is true and other religions are untrue. It's simply the fact that the language of Islam feels more comfortable to me, the way that English feels more comfortable.